Sir, in one sentence, what is your motivation for this race?
Can it be coined into one sentence?
Just try.
Okay,
what is the drive? What is the primary driving force?
There's this English word, impetus, the driving force.
The driving force.
The catalytic force that informed this, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, let me try to coin them into one sentence.
Please do.
We have been, when you say, there's a difference between a leader and a ruler.
Very well.
Yeah, in our capacity, we have been
ruled.
We have been ruled, and we are leaders in our own capacity. Yes. And to lead is to enable those you call your followers appreciate, imbibe, and try to copy what you are doing.
Yes, sir.
So we have not gotten a fair share of that in the past 2.5 decades. That I can say
you have good knowledge.
Good knowledge of. Yeah. So we have to change all of that. We must change all of that. By the grace of God, I'm the only politician, if I know, in the past 10 years, I've never been in the popular parties like the PDP. I've been in this Labour thing. I believe there's this driving force. When we have a meeting, I should be able to articulate what I know or what I think, especially what I think. Yes, if I'm not given that platform, I should not be that. Or I don't need a leader to tell me some things. When you say leader, you see, there's this saying by what's his name now. He said, when you try to choose a leader, the first thing that comes to your mind, what is that thing that will make you turn your back on that leader? There should be something, because something endeared you to that leader. So there should also be something that will make you turn your back on that leader if that leader fails or is failing to
give
results. Yes. So, and if there's nothing, if you think there's nothing, it means your integrity is in jeopardy.
Very well, sir.
It's in jeopardy. Because leadership is earned.
It's earned. Just the way trust is earned. You must. And the people you are leading must have your trust.
If you have followers and they are just docile, they cannot even challenge you, tell you that, no, this what you are doing is not the best. We can do it differently. Then you are not a leader. So in my business environment, in the line of business, from the GED to the GM to the HRO to they form over, because of course before we hire you must be of top notch.
Yes.
When I say top notch, even if you have a degree from an Ivy school, we can risk it. It's part of our profit. But solely we really don't rely on that alone. The other parameters, because some are born with it. To be a leader is one thing, to lead the people to get results. Then to manage resources is another thing. Of course, that is what informed our incoming president now, in the person of Mr. Gregory Obi. Because he has two cardinal. It's not just a campaign arrangement. That is those are his greatest strengths. Number one, to help us manage our cost of governance. He has done that over and over again. He's a specialist in that, because many economists define economics as a topic or as a field of study. But one generally accepted one, I think it was J. Lionel Robbins, a professor of economics, he defined it as a social science that study human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means that has alternative uses. So it is alternative uses that bridges the ends and scarce means. So when you're able to manage all of that, you can relate why people key into what the man is saying. So if you can manage, if you can even manage the cost of your own living in your immediate family, your arrangement, it's not contentment is not what you wish for that you have. It's what you have and you're okay.
With
so you have to fall within the confine of that arrangement. So for me, the second motivation is growing up. I used to know that in Akoko Edo, it is either you're a retired teacher, a retired director or something. You must be retired. They don't see anything good in our youth. And do you know that the fulcrum of all of this God gave to me is the basic knowledge I acquired in Akoko Edo. If there was a higher institution, I'm sure I would have schooled here, because Glory Land, for instance, was the difference, because the owner of that school was a Corona-trained headmistress or proprietress. So it's over the past 2 decades now, since 1990. Till now, if you hear of any product from Akoko Edo, more than 80%, they are still doing well. So one time I was challenged, I visited them, I saw 1 or 2. I even took out time, I taught them maths and further maths for 4 or 5 days. That's the best way I can relax. So try to give back to them. It's just time that is the challenge now. So to say that it must be people who are retired, that are already tired, to take over, to always tell us what to do. It has never. That is why I've never found myself. I don't have a party card for any of these popular parties, because in the labor movement, you are free to articulate your point, you are free to brainstorm, you are free to argue, you are free to fight, you are free to, but you must, all is just towards getting that result. Yeah.
You are trying to sell Labour Party to me, but I don't want to. But I like it, but I don't want to be partisan. I want to remain neutral.
No,
please.
of course, I must have the labor ideology in me to run
on that
platform.
I'm very pleased that you really you have a good knowledge of your party, and that is what we want. Thank you, sir. Now, just the way you have been talking about empowering people, let us see.